Hi everyone, thank you for joining today. So we'll be walking through the tips and tricks to master left hand and right hand parts the smart way. We'll be going to talk about something that seems simple but can create major headache if done wrong. As you all know, we need a reference plane. So I've used the same part with same holes, no different there. And from my feature tree, again, I will go ahead and select the reference plane. So when you click on the reference plane, this time we are not going to select any configuration or we are not going to put any commands. So this time we are directly going to insert button and add the mirror part command there. So this is a prerequisite. You have to select the reference plane first, then only this mirror part will appear. Otherwise, this is grayed out. So when you click on the mirror part, it will automatically show you the template that SOLIDWORKS would like to use, and you can select it, click OK. And when you do that, now on the top, you can see it's showing me a new part number, new part name, and I can transfer all the information from my original part to the left hand configuration, or if you are converting right hand, so you can transfer all that information to your newly created part. So here I'm going to pick axis and plane along with the other selections. And most importantly, the link. So this is my understanding if I want to maintain the reference, maintain the link with the original, or I want to make it independent. So in this case, I am going to make it maintaining the link between the new and the old one, and then it will ask me for the units, which units I want to prefer. And once doing it, now you can see SOLIDWORKS has created a mirror version of my bracket, and it has also copied all the information from my original part to the right hand mirror part. So as you can see in the feature tree also, it says the method is derived mirror part. And if I expand the feature tree, it doesn't have a long feature tree. It has just one solid body along with few planes that I have copied over. I'll tile my screen vertically. I'll make some room here to show you some changes here. So right now, let's make it zoom to fit to screen so that you can see the changes. So this is exactly the opposite hand version of it with all the holes aligned as needed, right? So this method is, I would say, the best for creating a manufacturing ready part. And the best part is I haven't broke the reference. So I will go and edit my main sketch there. So let's go and change the diameter from 6 to 8. And once you do that, click 8 and then OK, save it. Once you save and rebuild it, your other model will automatically update. So you don't have to worry about, hey, I have to go to the other left-hand version of it and to update the dimension there, or I have to make some changes in the custom properties or the planes. So everything remains same. So let me rebuild the model, and now you can see it's diameter 8 there. So the changes that you make on one side, that will automatically update on the another version of it. So this is ideal for when you need a unique part number, you need a separate drawing, and you need to route each part through either PDM or your approval process, because in that case you need a separate part for left hand and for right hand. You cannot use the configurations in that case. Thank you everyone for staying connected until the end of the session. If you're still here, I'll take that as a sign that today's walkthrough gave you a clarity on how to work with the opposite hand parts while maintaining your design intent.